Hi everyone, this is the African Gastronome. Today I'm going to show you how to make Kinolo bread. First, select and thoroughly wash banana leaves. Then peel the overripe bananas and mix it in with the flour of choice. For this demonstration, I'm going to use pearl millet as well as traditional yellow maize flour. Mix in thoroughly with your hands. If you're worried about measurements, just eyeball it. This is the true essence of African cooking. We never really have measurements. We use all our senses, our eyes, our sense of touch, sense of smell, sense of taste. So for this particular recipe, you're going to use your eyes and touch. If you need to add flour whenever necessary, please do so. We are aiming for a firm consistency. Kinolo bread was used by the people of Giriama Community, which is from the Kenyan coastal region. This bread was made whenever there was a bumper harvest of bananas. And once boiled, it could last up to 1 week outside of the fridge without going bad. This is not one of those processes that you rush. You have to go slow in making the Kinolo bread dough. As you can see, now the dough is a bit more firm. So the idea is to add flour to the mashed banana until it gets firm to the touch, as you can see. So since there's no measurement, I cannot tell you like 1 part flour, 1 part mashed banana. So as you're adding your flour, just add slowly until you get the desired consistency. There is no addition, there is no binding agent. The banana is the binding agent. There is no sugar, no salt, no baking powder, no nothing. It's basically just two ingredients, the banana and the flour. And you can use any flour of your choice, whether millet, sorghum, or maize flour. So now we're just about to get the right consistency before we move on to the next step. So after you have gotten a firm consistency, cut the Kinolo bread, the dough, into tiny pieces, then wrap them nicely. Make sure that everything is wrapped, and then tie the banana leaves that has been used to wrap the Kinolo bread with banana fiber. Ensure that the dough is well covered before dipping into a pot of water to boil. Continue until all the dough is well wrapped. As you can see, there are some instances where I had to use like two layers of banana leaves because the banana leaves that I got, they were already, you know how sometimes the banana leaves, they can come in, whenever you get them, you can get them as one complete leaf, or the leaf is already broken down due to whatever reasons. So this one was like that. The banana leaf was already torn into pieces, but I had to make it work. So that is why I used 2 layers and sometimes even 3 layers of the banana leaves. Somebody asked me if the banana leaves adds on to the flavor of the final boiled bread. Honestly, I don't know, because the few times that I have made this bread, Kinolo bread, I have always only made it this way. So I do not know if it is possible to make it in a different way without wrapping it, and if the taste changes. But maybe you can try and let's see. But what would you use to wrap it? I wonder, because it's not like you can put this. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. You could try. You can put this in a baking tin and put it in the oven. But then that means you'd have to add a little, it has to be a lot more wet compared to this farm dough, I guess. Or you have to have a water bath in the oven, I guess. But try and share your experience in the comment section. Okay, so once you have fully wrapped your Kinolo bread, you put it in a pot of water and boil it for an hour. Why an hour? Because you are using flour, so raw flour. Even if you are baking, you would probably, probably you'll bake it for maybe less time, depending on the temperature that you're using. But when I tested this recipe, I realized that 1 hour is the amount of time that makes the bread fully cooked. So after 1 hour, of course, take it out of the water bath. You can eat it either warm or cold. As I said earlier, I think I said this earlier, the Giriama community used to use this bread for travel, for long journeys. So part of the reason why it was used for long journeys is because it can stay without getting bad for a week outside of the fridge. So it used to be eaten with tea in long journeys. As you have seen, the Kinolo bread remains compact. It doesn't move because it has been securely fastened by the banana leaves. But then again, because the dough was firm, there's no possibility of it running. At least even if the part of the banana leaf comes off. So you can serve as you like, whether in the portioned pieces or cut them into tiny, tiny pieces. For this one, because we were doing a demonstration during the 2025 World Disco Soup Day to try and show our creative way of using overripe bananas instead of throwing it away. It can be used to make quinoa bread. So since we had a group of young people, about 200, since we wanted many of them to have a taste, this is where we cut the quinoa bread into tiny, tiny pieces. And now you can see the differences between what I'm cutting now is the quinoa bread made out of pearl millet, this deep brown one. And then the one that is a bit yellow is the one that was made with the traditional yellow maize flour. Are you curious about the taste? It is sweet because of the bananas. There was a question that one of the chefs asked, one of the chefs present asked, could it be too sweet? I don't know if too sweet would be a thing when it comes to anywhere that has banana. Because banana, yes, of course, we are dealing with the sweetness of the banana, but then I'm yet to come across a banana that is extremely sweet. And then the fact that you're adding flour into it, and flour has sort of like a neutral taste. So, and then you have to have a firm consistency. So the taste is sweet, but not overbearingly sweet. So this is how we presented it. and then we shared with the community present during the World Discussal. If you manage to try it, let us know what you think.